Ghana government, you need to explain this to us, ladies and gentlemen. This is General Wanzi, the highest on the highest capo de Kukuruela. There's something trending which the whole country know the bab. Is E-levy back? You people need to tell us, because we don't understand. Now, on the media space, GBC, Ghana, did I say GBC? Yes, GCB, not GBC, GCB, I mean, Ghana Commercial Bank released this statement on the media space. Now, I want to go into this to what they release for us to get things clear. We don't know whether E-levy is back or they are trying to, do subtraction and addition somewhere. We are confused. Now, let's take a look at this. New charges on the USSD platform. Now, somebody will ask, what be USSD? USSD means unstructured supplementary service data. Unstructured supplementary service data, and it is a communication protocol that allows mobile phones to communicate with a service provider, with a service provider's computer system. Essentially, it enables two-way to test messaging between a phone and a network application, often used for services like checking phone balance or accessing banking functions. And then when you go into details, it says that two-way communication, that is USSD, allows interaction communication, unlike SMS, which is one-way messaging system. So probably you get what at the top. What it mean be say, if maybe let's say unlike SMS where you test, it just they go, then one way. But in here, the USSD is like a double communication where somebody tests you, you go feel reply and back, like that interaction. Yes, that interaction. And then real-time interaction, that is if I'm testing you back, you are also seeing it and you are replying back. You see typing, you are seeing and you are replying. So real-time interaction, which is USSD establish a real-time section between the phone and the application, which allows for immediate response and not updates. Yes, that's basically what I explained initially. And then also no store and forward. So unlike SMS, USSD messages are not stored on the network or the phone, making it suitable for interactive sections. So unlike SMS, when you send a person, you have your information or data stored and then forward and all of that. Unlike that one, the USSD, there's no saving or storing of data anywhere. It's just an online transaction basically. And then wide use in emerging markets, that is USSD is popular in regions with low smartphones. So even if your region doesn't have smartphone, you can use, which penetrates where basic features phones are common, as it requires minimal device capabilities. And then various applications. USSD is not device purpose, including checking phones balance, making mobile payments, accessing educational materials, and more. So basically, that is what USSD means. Now let's go back to what GCB sent to us or published on their space, their media space. And this is what they say: new charges on the USSD platform. It said, dear value customers, following a successful upgrade on our star 422 hash USSD platform, please take note on the following update. Login requirement. Now, after dialing star 422 hash, users will be required to enter their PIN to access the menu to perform transaction. So this is basically what they are telling you. So for you to access, or after dialing the star 422 code, as a user, you'll be required to enter a PIN. That is your PIN code. Your PIN code, ladies and gentlemen. Your PIN code to access the menu to perform transaction. So initially, for security wise, that is why they are doing these things. So just like what they used to do initially, you just pin in dialing the code, you pin in your pin, your secret pin, and then you have access to the menu to perform your transaction. Now, this is where the transaction or the debit part comes in, where they are going to take some money out of your account. Now I said the telcos will apply a service charge on wallet to bank. This is not e-levy. Listen carefully. This is not e-levy. I can see a lot of people are talking about it on the social media, saying that NDC is trying to bring e-levy and all of that. But see, let's be sincere to ourselves. Before e-levy, these things used to happen where percentages of our money were being deducted. I don't know if you have ever experienced that, but me, I used to experience it, and I'm not going to mention any bank's name, but we used to experience it. And it says that telcos will apply a service charge on wallet to bank transaction. So MTN, they are going to do 1%, that is capped at 20 cedis for a transaction from 2,000 Ghana cedis. So if you are sending 2,000 Ghana cedis, MTN is going to charge 20 cedis. Ladies and gentlemen, this is too much. This is too much. And let's get it clear. This is not the government. This is the telcos. They have come together to decide. And this is not the government. This is not NDC. This is a telco problem. The telcos have made this decision. And Ghana, we can also come in and speak to the government to also intercede for us, because I think this is too much for us. Now, me send it 2,000 now to 20 Ghana free man. I can say 1,900 and say 80 20 series. No, the betting committee for a betting that age online and they are cashing out big time. So that is a big problem for us, ladies and gentlemen. And you're good, my. So the telcos, you need to sit your asses down, and then do something about this, cause it's not favoring us. And that is for MTN. That's what MTN is going to do. Now Telecel, they are also taking 1%, but with no cap. And then Airtel Tigo is also taking 1%, but with them, their cap is at 15 cedis for a transaction of 1,000 Ghana cedis. They are going to deduct 15 cedis. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not nice. This is like one Jamaican artist's title. Not nice. This is not nice, family. I feel like when this telco sits down to make such decisions, they need to talk to some of the stakeholders. When I mean stakeholders, we the users of these telcos services, we are stakeholders. We invest, we buy data, we do transaction with them and all of that. And they need to sometimes solicit our ideas. They need to come for our ideas, to find out whether we are okay with it and how it's going to how it's going to benefit us. But if they sit down and make conclusions on such issues, then I feel they are not doing favor to us. You people can just sit somewhere and then just make decisions, and we are having data issues, lift up our data prices and stuff. And same way, you can, put charges on things that is not helping the citizen or the individual. That's not clocking. As one gay guy will say, clock it. This is not clocking, my ladies and gentlemen. This is not clocking. This is not clocking. Telcos, please, we beg. We beg you. We beg you. If I vex like this, they make I talk with errors in my grammar. But you all know, say when it comes to grammar, I'm a top notch. You understand? I'm a top notch. I'm better than a crashy. Oh no, nini, bro, for me and sapen no mote. Those on the media space, or more competition me this and this. I won't name the difference between this and this. No more they are more. Me no bro. But these are not the people we are talking about. We are talking about MTN, Telecel, and Airtel Tigo. So far, we have these three network services in Ghana, and they need to listen to us. They need to listen to us. And then it goes down and says, security reminder. Kindly note that GCB will never ask you to share your PIN or Ghana card details. Now, this is where it is important. Recently, MTN had an issue where a lady was talking about how people have been able to take their her money and all of that. So get it clear. I have come across, or I have experienced this issue. Few years ago, someone stole my yam, and the person doesn't know my PIN code. When the person stole my yam, I called MTN, and when I called MTN, a lady answered the call, and I told the lady that someone has stolen my phone, and this same number, I mentioned the number to the lady, and I told the lady that the person has stolen my phone, but I have an amount in my Momo account, so they should secure it for me. 2 days time, I'll go and then retrieve my SIM, and when I retrieve the SIM, I'm going to check out my money. And then the mistake I made is the lady asked me for my PIN, and I said my PIN to the lady, and when I retrieved my SIM, I didn't get my money in it. So let's get it clear. Some of this brouhaha we are getting, the telcos, the people, some of the people there, I'm not saying all of them, but some people there are also corporate. They are part. And unfortunately for me, I don't have a voice recording of what happened, so I couldn't even sue them or talk about this thing. It might not be the MTN issue, but it might be the people, some of the workers there. And some time ago, I learned that MTN sacked they laid some people out of the company, and they are still doing it. So they need to check those things. So as GCB is telling us, they are not going to tell you to give your PIN to anybody. So take note, if you are doing transaction with your phone, take note, do not send your PIN to anybody. I crash it to my friend, say, oh, working GCB, send me your PIN code. Only J na Ghana new landing voice na J na crash. It's uncle for me no yesa. Mupo mufia met mama wa be shop much straight up. So you are not supposed to share your PIN code or your Ghana card details. Please remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities immediately. We appreciate your cooperation during the transaction and will provide further updates as necessary. For any concern or clarifications, please contact customer service at gcb.com.gh. I'm saying it again, so if you want to contact them, you can do it. Contact customer service at gcb.com.gh or 0800 422 422. That is toll free. That means when you call them, they are not going to take any money or something. At GCB, we go beyond. And then their details are down there. So, ladies and gentlemen, people were crying and mentioning, hey, is E-levy back? Is this thing back? Why the government, NDC for them, I'm a person chair, E-levy, I'm the banner. It's not E-levy. This is about the telcos. For E-levy, let's kindly educate you people. E-levy, it was the government who implemented it, and it was passed on to the telcos to accept. So it was like, it wasn't the telcos who were deducting, it was the government who was deducting. It was a tax. This is not a tax. What I just read is not a tax, but E-levy was a tax which was being put through the telcos to the government, through the users, the end users. So this is not E-levy. This one, the telcos, Nagasa, MTN, Telecel, and then Airtel Tigo, they sat down in collaboration with GCB, Ghana Commercial Bank, to have this decision and do it. And even when the deduction goes on, it is not Ghana Commercial Bank who is taking the money. It's the telcos. They are taking it. So with MTN, they are taking, their cap is 20 cedis from a transaction of 2,000 Ghana cedis. Airtel Tigo is doing 15 cedi on a transaction of, or from a transaction of 1,000 cedis or 1K. And then Telecel, they are doing no cap, but 1% of what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know you people were talking about this. You were worried, hey, what is happening? Yes, we have broke it down, or we're breaking it down for you to understand the details to whatever is happening. So it's not E-levy. Let's get the facts clear. And on that note, it is still your favorite MC's favorite, the highest done, the highest cooker, the cucuella, the kudos, the cooks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Genoa 1Z seated here, and I have cooked. On that note, I say, voila!